What's good, YouTube? Welcome back. Right now I'm coming from riding my bike for a few miles. I went to the gym earlier today, did leg day, and I usually come out here and ride the bike for recovery, but we do have a POV video, which is what we're about to do. But along with that, I'm going to be telling you all why I decided to get this specific Tesla Model Y Performance 2021. First of all, before I got this, I had a Jeep Wrangler. It was I think that was a 2021 too, huh? Yeah, I had a 2021 Jeep Wrangler, and I did a lot of mods to it. I lifted it, I had big tires, new wheels, everything, whole nine. And it was fun in terms of like functionality. I more so saw the truck as like a tool. It had hella cargo space, and especially if you lean the seats down, you can do more with it. But it was a very good car. Well, I'm not gonna say very good. Out of 10, I give it a 6, if I'm being honest. In terms of looks, it was a 10, but the maintenance on a Jeep, if you know, is fucking crazy. Like, we were in the shop almost every other month for something so small, but of course it took weeks on end to get it fixed or to get the part here or whatever the case may be. But before I got the Tesla, I had a Jeep, and what drove us to the dealership to get, start looking at other cars was, like I said, we had an issue, and the car was in the shop for like a week, and then we got it back out, and then something else happened literally the same exact day, and it had nothing to do with the work that they did. They had fixed the problem that we went in there for in the first place, and then when I got the car back, something else broke. So that same day we went to the dealership and I started looking at cars. Me personally, I'm a BMW guy, but realistically, I wasn't able to get, what I really wanted. So I was looking around the lot, and I had never really considered a Tesla. I just never, paid it any mind. But I saw, the Model 3, Model X, and all of that, and then I saw the Model Y. And I took a good long look at it, and I was like, you know what? Why not try something different? So I test drove it, and I had already driven a Tesla Model 3 before. I have a friend who has a Model 3, and I've driven a Tesla multiple times, but I had never driven a Model Y, let alone a Performance. So we test drove it, went around for about 20-30 minutes, and I honestly fell in love with it. I love the Jeep, with all my heart at the time, but it was time for, a difference in, what I was driving. And what really drove me to it was, of course, the performance. I'm a car guy. I love, driving fast, as you can see if you watch any of my other videos. And with the Jeep, you don't get that. So along with the performance and all the different modes you get with it, it was cheap. For one, I did get it newly used. It's a 2021. It was cheap. I'm not telling you how many miles I had on it. It was not 100,000 miles or anything like that, but it was rather cost effective. And the maintenance is what I was really honing in on. I could not deal with another car that was going to be in the shop every other week, every other day, with something small. I like driving. I love my car, so I don't want to be without my car for, a bunch of small shit. So with that being said, I made the decision to go ahead and get the Model Y Performance. Now, when I first got the car had no tint, had no nothing. Well, it had some things that the previous owner bought. Like when I first got it, it came with off-road tires, and it came with the WeatherTech mats and a bunch of other little small stuff. But everything else that you see, on the car, I put on it. Which drives me to say, I love the customization ability of the car. There is multiple mods all over the internet for the car. You can make it look however you want it to look. I love the technology on it. I love this big screen. I love the ability to soon be able to make it swivel if I go buy the thing for it. I love, the seamless look, just everything about it. It was just talking to me. I didn't see why I shouldn't have gotten it. The cost, like everything, like in terms of gas, I'm not paying for gas. I'm not paying for oil changes. I'm not paying for any of that shit you get with a gas car. Now, like I said, I love BMWs and I will have my X6 soon, but for now, this was the better option. Let me think. I wrote some stuff down. Let's see. Let's see. Oh yeah. Another thing that got me was the fact that you get a lot of space and you still get speed and performance. I'm a big guy. I personally don't like, regular size cars. I'm a SUV type of person. That's why I said when I get my BMW, I will be getting the X6 comp. But yeah, you get space. What the fuck? You get space and speed and reliability, and I'm not paying an arm and a leg for gas. And if if you're not a hard driver every day, you really don't have to pay for gas at all if you charge at home. Or, well, you don't have to pay for electricity at all or energy at all if you charge at home. So all that being said, I mean, it was a win-win situation for me personally. I had no, it took us maybe an hour for me to make my decision when we were there and I picked it up. So along with that, let's see, what else did I put down? For me, my daily driving, I'm usually just going to the grocery store or filming content or going to the gym and shit like that. So it does everything I need it to do. Like I said, my whole entire bike is back here. This seat isn't even put all the way down and it still fits perfectly fine. So I love the advantage of having a bunch of space, along with being able to kick this bitch into sport mode and take off down the street. Now, the only things that I don't like about it is the build quality to an extent. It's just a bunch of small shit. And I know this is the 2021, so at the time I know it was probably updated for the times, but this little ass rearview mirror, they could have did better with the rearview mirror. And as you all know, if you watch any of my other videos, this seat is squeaking and I can almost feel like it might be loose a little bit. And of course I didn't fucking do that. So it is just a bunch of little small stuff, like small creaks and cracks here and there. But out of 10, if you want me to rate the car out of 10, I would give it a solid 8, like a high 8, 89 or some shit. I don't see, there were more pros than cons for me personally. Let's see if I put any other thing. Oh, duh. Outside of everything else I just said, the way it looks. Now, to me, this thing is so beautiful. From the side, it looks like a shark. From the front, if you properly mod it, of course, you get the aggressive look. And the way that I've modded mine is perfect for me. I have no issues with any of my mods. No, my front lip is not real carbon, nor is my rear spoiler, but it's my car. You ain't driving it, so it don't matter what it look like to you or if you like it or not. It's perfect for me. I love it. I drive it every single day. I push it hard, even cruising. I went on a road trip last week and we went to Florida in this, and I was cruise controlling the whole time. Had a very great time. And in terms of charging, we had to charge for a 7-hour drive. We charged 3 times. And I mean, for me personally, you're on a road trip, so you're gonna need a break every now and then anyway. 3 times stopping on a 7-hour road trip for 20-30 minutes at a time, that didn't affect me at all. It was perfectly fine for me. We got a chance to chill. We was in here watching movies while we charged. We stopped at Buc-ee's and got some snacks and shit, and everything was just cool. And even when we got to where we were going, we didn't have to charge that much. One full 100% charge lasts us the whole 4 days that we were down there. So, I mean, and even in terms of the costing, we paid what you would pay for 1 full tank of gas for 3 different charges to get to Florida from where I'm at, which is 7 hours away. So if you take all that in consideration, all that being said, that is why I ultimately ended up getting the Tesla Model Y Performance 2021. Would I get another one? Yes. Would I get another car along with this? Hell yes. My goal is to always keep a Tesla, you know, no matter if it's 2021 or 2025. I always want a Tesla, and I also want to have a gas car. That'll be my ultimate duo personally. So let me know down below in the comments if you like my build, if you know, if this drove you to go get a Tesla or anything like that. Just let me know down below, and let me know what other videos you all want me to make along the lines of, you know, why I got the Tesla, my favorite this, my favorite that, what I do and don't like. And yeah, this was just a different video, trying to see if you all like this type of content, if you all like more informative rather than me just sending this bitch down the road.